Welcome to a Patreon Unlocked edition of Reality Alert. We are covering Love is Blind Argentina episodes 1 and 2. To listen to the rest of our coverage the following weeks, go to patreon.com/reality alert. That's patreon.com/reality alert. Plans start at only $5 a month. And you're going to have a great time. Okay, enjoy the show. It's the place you go when you finish your show. We're your two best friends. Our names are Max and Ben. We're self-proclaimed television experts. It's Reality Alert.
Max, I believe that I am the best clapper here. What do you think?
I think you can clap your ass better than anyone, Ben.
You ready?
Yes.
What do you think about that?
Oh, we're talking about hands clapping.
We're talking about hands.
You're talking hands clap. Oh, yes, you are. Yes. You're an amazing clapper. You're very good at it. Yes. You're really good.
I don't. You think you can beat that?
Oh,
that was bad.
Oh God, that was bad. That was bad.
Champ stays the champ.
If it was ass clapping, I think I would do a pretty good job.
Well, I would call you the prince of clapping. You're not quite the king, though.
I'm a queen. You will call me the queen.
You are not the queen of clapping.
You will call me the queen.
You are the princess.
You call me Agostina, the queen.
One day you will be the queen of clapping,
like a doll.
But you have to try.
Yes.
You have to try harder and practice.
Well, on episodes 3 and 4, when we go Patreon exclusive, we'll do some ass clapping for the subscribers.
Is that a Patreon thing or is that an OnlyFans thing?
Oh yeah, maybe we'll open up our OnlyFans account. Were you surprised when she was doing when it was hand clapping too?
I mean, I didn't know what to expect. These Argentinians.
I was like, it doesn't sound like she's talking about making that, like they were talking about ass clapping. But
I know Juliet is kind of strange. I didn't know what to expect out of her.
Well, he talked about making his tummy roll.
Yeah,
like he's talking about the truffle shuffle.
Yeah,
and she said I'm a good clapper, so I'm not thinking hands.
No. Yeah.
And then she's like, I'm going to do it. And I was like, oh, okay, here we go.
Let's see it. Yeah. she's doing this.
I think I've never heard somebody, I've heard about like, I can whistle really well. I can snap.
Do you think it's a thing with like the culture of like they dance and clap at the same time or something?
I don't know.
Where they're like, cha, cha, cha.
Maybe. I don't know I don't know if I can even speculate.
Or is it like culture. at these games, at these whatever, the flying fish fry pans or whatever?
The flying fish fry pans? The river platers?
The river platers.
The flying fish fry pans.
Do you think at the flying fish games they're going?
Yes, they're trying to clap to distract.
Everyone's trying to outclap each other.
They're trying to outclap the Boca Junior fans.
The Boca Juniors.
Yeah. Yes. The Boca Juniors.
All these teams that we know so well up here in the States.
We do.
We're huge Boca people. Boca de Pepo people. Am I right?
Boca de Pepo. I just want everybody to know the reason why we why we are covering Love is Blind Argentina. So we decided we wanted to cover another Love is Blind international season. Yeah. And we had a few options, and we looked up Love is Blind Argentina, and we looked at the one of the hosts, Dario. He looks just like CT from the challenge.
It's insane.
It is insane.
He's big version of CT.
Yeah, he's big CT.
Big CT, and wow, it is like a spitting image. Like, are we sure that this isn't CT's cousin?
It could just
or
be
something.
CT needs some money, so he is.
Oh yeah, so he just put on a few pounds before he went down to Argentina just to make it look different. Or he's wearing a suit.
Sometimes CT shows up to the challenge. Like, he says he's dad bod CT looking like
Yeah, so this
Dario,
is
okay?
yeah.
And then
He
he
comes
sheds
down
the
to
weight.
Love Is Blind. He said, "This is my dad bod."
Yeah, and by the end of the season, Dario is gonna look like CT at the end of season 37 when he won again, you know? So it's gonna, like champion CT.
Remember that famous show, Dad Bod Albert?
What is that? A famous show, Dad Bod Albert.
Yeah, Dad Bod Albert. I'll wait for you to get it.
Dad Bod Albert. Dad. Okay.
Hey,
Oh,
hey,
I
hey.
get it. I get it. I get it. Hey, hey, hey. I'm slow today.
It's okay.
Or I'm just misinterpreting. They say hand clapping. I think ass clapping. You say a joke. I don't understand.
Yeah,
I'm slow today.
it's okay. It's all
Yeah.
right.
So if you don't know who CT from the challenge is, you got to look it up.
Look it up.
Okay.
Spitting image.
He looks just like.
It's really funny. And this has got to be the first time we've seen a male and female host together that are not married, right? I feel like they're always married in these shows.
Not yet. He says that they're going to get married. And then she's like, no, no, no. Yeah.
She's
No.
like,
Yeah. No. Are they just friends?
I don't know. I think they might be like separate entertaining personalities that they just hired together to
Yeah.
co-host the show.
She's like, I'm more of a West guy. She's
Yeah.
not. Yeah.
I like non-dad bods is what she's saying. Yeah.
Yeah. So they're not. That it's very interesting. How are they supposed to follow the roadmap of their relationship and understand what love is? If
I don't know. They have
and
no basis, no hypothesis for their experiment. That's a problem.
yeah. Well, should we get into the show, Ben?
Let's do it.
Yeah. Let's jump a little bit. We meet Agostina. It's Agostina, right? Not Augustina. I
Yeah.
think they're calling her Agostina.
Hold on though. We got to talk about the microphones that they have on their head.
Oh, I want to talk. Yeah, why is it going over their
It
ears?
looks like a hearing aid, doesn't it?
Yeah, and I only noticed it on Mari first, and I thought that maybe he had a hearing impairment, and then I noticed it on the other people. Yeah, that's very.
No, they all have it. Yeah, it's
Very
interesting.
I know why. I just don't. Why? Maybe it's the Argentinian style of microphone.
I don't know. It's when the U.S. puts it on like the necklaces, it looks more like hidden. You can't really. It doesn't stick out as much. I feel like, but when it's like right on the face like that,
I mean, we've seen so many international seasons, and they've never done it
they've
this way.
never done
We've
it.
seen a
Yeah,
million seasons of
very
reality.
interesting.
We've seen a million seasons of reality TV, and I've never seen it over the ear like
Billion.
this. Like maybe a billion.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Agostina, she's been single since she came out of her mother's womb, she says.
Wow.
Wow. I think she might be dramatic. A flair for the dramatique.
It could be. Yeah.
She tells people that they can call her queen. I feel like I relate to her in that way. And she doesn't believe in 50-50 relationships, and she wants to be taken care of. You go, girl.
Yes, queen.
Yes, queen.
Another one of these.
Yes, she'll do well.
What was the last one? Was it Maria from
Maria? Yes,
from UK?
yes. Santiago or Santi. He says he's impulsive once he makes up his mind. That's it. He says he's dated a lot casually, and that's it. He says women like his looks, but he never really forms a bond.
Ooh, red flag.
Okay, red flag.
Bad boy.
So these two meet. She likes him initially because he sounds like an entrepreneur and a breadwinner. Okay, meal ticket alert.
That's money.
Money. He has tattoos, but he doesn't like when women have them.
Oh,
Yes.
wow.
Tattoos for me, but not for thee, my queen.
What if it's a tattoo of him though? Would he be okay with that?
Ooh, he might. I think that might be the exception.
Gotta be.
What did you think about his nickname for himself? Do you remember
What
this?
was it?
Fun guy. He said, "I'll give you a nickname for me to write down. Fun guy. I'll call you Princess, and you can call me Fun Guy. Not Fun Guy
Yeah.
the Mushroom. 2 words. Fun Guy.
The guy who doesn't like women to get tattoos wants to be called fun
Yeah,
guy.
he's fun. We all know tattoos are very fun.
Yeah. They're they're a blast.
I know. We should get tats. I feel
At
left
least
out.
temporary tats.
You don't have any tats, right? I'm not missing this. You don't have
Just my teardrop tattoos from
okay, yeah,
myself.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I was wondering, maybe you have a secret butt tattoo that you've never told me about.
No, but I've always had joke tattoo ideas. I thought,
I know. I've always wanted to. I used to want to get like a Nike swoosh on my foot just because I thought that it'd be like really.
yeah.
See,
I
you
always,
think it's funny.
I always wanted to get I always wanted to get like a grocery list uh tattooed on my hand.
Yeah, it's funny. It's funny when you tell people these ideas and they're like, "No, you can't do that. Do not get a Nike swoosh on your foot. That you're literally getting a corporate logo on your foot." I'm like, "Yeah, that's the joke.
That's what's funny
It's
about it, stupid.
funny. It's just on my foot. It's not a big deal. Like you'll regret that." I'm like, "Obviously, that's what's funny.
Yeah,
It just makes me want to do it more."
I know. Like I've always wanted to get like eyebrows drawn above my nipples and then like a mouth like a mouth underneath my belly button so
Yeah.
it looks like my whole torso is like a big face. You
Yeah.
know, that's
We
what I've
got to
always
do
wanted.
these things. When we get 10,000 patrons, we'll get all these tattoos. So
You heard it
patron
first.
up, we'll get them.
You heard it.
You heard it here first.
10,000.
10,000, hurry up. Santiago and Emily, he had a dream last night about her last night. And he
That's
gets emotional.
crazy.
He even shows us a piece of paper in confessional with her name written down. This is
Wow.
actually his attempt to vote her off when he shows us.
Yeah, it's Survivor.
He then puts it in an urn.
See you in my dreams.
Do we think he really had this dream, or do we think this is all just made up? He had this plan. He has a flair for the dramatic too. He just
Yeah, do you think no matter who it was, he just would have written their name down really quick and then tore it out
yeah.
and been like, I had a dream about you?
Yeah, he was like, I need a piss break in the middle of the confessional and went and did in the bathroom.
It is a good line for players, the bad boys who read the books, of how to influence others. Like that's a good line for those like douches out there of like, I had a dream about someone with your name last night, right after they ask what their name is.
Oh, that is good. Yeah. But I feel like the stereotypical like Playboy thing would be like, I had a nightmare about you last night.
Oh
You're like negging. Yeah,
shit.
it's like because
Like, girl,
usually
you're
it's
my
like
worst nightmare. You're
yeah,
gonna get me into trouble, girl.
because usually it's like I
Yeah.
couldn't bring you home to my mom; she would hate you. It's like stuff like that. Like the
Yeah,
negging. Those are the typical lines would be like, I had a nightmare about you last night. Prove
yeah.
me wrong.
I saw you stabbing me over and over again, killing me.
You were the worst clapper ever, and we had to leave the stadium. Everybody
You
looked at
couldn't
you.
even connect your two hands.
Yeah, it was
It
terrible.
was really bad. Everybody was laughing at you.
Uh, Toxic relationships. But then there's drama all of a sudden because he's a River Plate fan. I think that's the
Oh, those damn River Plates.
oh, those plates on the river, and she is a Boca Junior
What do you
fan.
think their mascot is like? Do you think they have a mascot?
It's a plate that's
It's
floating
a
on the
plate that's
river.
it floating in like a bathtub, maybe, or something. They bring it
Yeah,
out.
yeah, it's river. Let me see if they have any. Do they have a
They do. Do they
mascot?
have mascots in other countries, or is that a U.S. thing?
It look okay. I'm seeing one thing that is a giant inflatable pig floating
Well,
on.
what the hell does that have to do with River Plates?
Well, no, this is Boca Juniors. It
Oh,
is. I don't know if that has anything to do. I think it's a lion. I think their mascot is a lion or a bear.
okay.
I don't think the
I feel
pig.
like lions are just the go-to for all football clubs, right?
Yeah. Okay. The Boca Juniors mascot is some seems to have a bunch of things. I think the Boca Juniors one might be a pig. It's confusing. They have a million different animals here. I think it might be a pig or a hog or
So the
something.
river plates are not plates that float in a river.
I think that for the purpose of this podcast, they are,
Okay, good.
and we support
Are
them.
these glass plates? Are they paper plates? I need to know.
I think them as like stone plates.
Ooh, I like that. That's cool.
Yeah, isn't that cool? Um, yeah. So this is. I mean, this could be drama. Imagine if imagine if I was in the pods and I came up upon. I'm like a Yankee fan. They're a Red Sox fan.
Yeah.
I would have to storm through the wall and say, "We're done" to their face.
First, you'd say, "Oh yeah."
Yeah. I would say Boston sucks. David Ortiz did steroids, and you know it.
Yeah,
It's the truth.
it is the
Um,
truth.
when they leave, he
Great.
says, "I adore you," and she says, "I love you,"
Whoa.
which I don't think these are very strong fans of their teams as much as they say they are, because I could never say that to someone from Boston, someone who liked a
It's
Boston team.
disgusting.
It's disgusting. They call it Bean Town. That's gross. They have bean breath. They smell like beans.
Yeah, they all smell like beans, but
Yeah.
bad beans, like
Yeah.
beans that went bad.
Yeah. Women's lounge. Emily brings up the Santiago thing, and Agostina is right near her. Drama. I feel like everything in this iteration of Love Is Blind happens so quickly. Every scene is like 2 seconds.
It's very fast. Yeah.
Is this for
A
the
lot of dates that we're seeing, I feel like more than usual. Yeah.
is this for the TikTok mind?
Maybe. Maybe it's an Argentinian thing because, they're all just plates going down a river at
Yeah,
rapid
a rapid river.
speed. Yeah.
Uh Santiago tells all the guys that Emily said that she loves him and soccer. It's a big deal. Let's get to Marino. He is a very interesting character.
My broadcaster voice is a weapon of seduction.
Do you feel that your podcast voice is a weapon of seduction?
No.
Because you don't sound like this in real life. Your real voice is like 10 times higher.
Yes. Yeah. I do sound like I've just inhaled a helium balloon. That's my normal voice. But I smoke a full pack of Marlboros right before I come on the podcast just to try and get it lowered. Yeah.
And I'm a native French speaker and typically have a French accent, so this is very difficult for me to do. But
it's French Canadian is what your accent is. So it's a little rocky, but it's definitely different from this.
Yeah. So this is like what I try to do. So, but I do consider it to be a weapon of seduction.
I guess we could go for that. Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
He says he gives off a fuckboy vibe, but he's really in touch with his emotions.
That's beautiful.
We've heard this before, but it is very beautiful.
That's so cute.
We've heard this a million times before. So we get Marino and Maria Amelia. These are the old people, the ancient couple, grandma and grandpa.
Tio and Tia. Right?
Yes. That's aunt and uncle, right?
Oh, is it? What? Yeah, is it? Yeah, but people say uncle for like old people too.
Yes. I believe that's aunt and uncle. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure.
Abuelo and abuela.
Yeah, I think that's correct. Yes.
There we go. My high school Spanish is saving me, baby.
He's 42. She's 41. He has a 12-year-old daughter, and she has a 23-year-old son. So we could have one big happy family here.
Yeah.
This one interesting. He said that he is close with the mother of his daughter, and their wedding date was supposed to be in a couple months. So when did they split?
Yeah, that's weird. Huh.
I feel like this wasn't delved into enough. Like what?
Well, we do later find out that he cheated, right, on the mother of his child.
Yes, but when? The timeline is confusing.
It must have been maybe around then. I don't know.
Yeah. They really connect, though, at this point until he reveals the cheating situation.
Yeah.
We meet Maori, who says that he used to, he didn't have a stable family life, so he's gone to therapy to heal the wounds. You don't need to go to therapy for going on Love is Blind. It's basically
It's
better.
therapy in and of itself.
Yeah, the pods heal all. So Mauricio and Maria, he doesn't tell her his age initially, but he says he's old enough to know that what they're doing is crazy, but he also sees the beauty in it.
Wow. That's crazy.
If Love is Blind is crazy, I don't want to be sane.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
He jokes around too much for her. She needs him to be more serious. This is business. This is life.
No laughs at all.
No. We get to the women's lounge, and all the ladies are talking about how they don't like Marino. But Maria Amelia says she doesn't want to be influenced by others. She's going to go down the road herself. And then we get some good cheers going on.
Down, up, to the middle, and in.
It's complicated.
Wow. Yeah.
I like it, though. I like an involved cheers. It normally is just up and down, but to the middle and in?
It's more complex.
Yeah.
Down, up.
Down, up, to the middle, and in.
In.
And then do you drink?
Yeah.
Okay.
I always do that when I'm eating food. I go down, up, to the middle, and in.
That is how eating works. Typically, you
Yeah.
have to go in.
You have to go down first to collect the food, and then up, and then you make sure it's centered to your mouth, and then you put it in your mouth.
Do you say this to yourself so you remember how to eat?
Yeah.
You should get it tattooed so you don't even have to think about it.
Yep.
I think
that's right. I should.
it was either Lindsay Lohan or Britney that had a tattoo that said "breathe" so that they remember to breathe. So that would be like a similar thing. You get down, up to the middle, and in, and then chew and swallow and digest.
And then what?
Shit.
There you go. And then
Flush.
no wiping, huh?
No.
Interesting.
Bidet. The men had a familiar cheer.
Here's to love. Here's to love.
Here's to love.
Cheers for love.
Well, it's cheers for love, not here's to love.
Yeah, they got a little wrong.
Idiots.
It's cheers. So what is here's to love?
Cheers for love.
It's so funny that that's his real voice, not the voice. Like, yeah, cheers to love.
Cheers to love.
I'm a weird piece of shit, but his real voice is like,
Cheers for love.
all right. Santiago and Emily, they're very happy to see each other. They talk about how simple and humble they are. Oh, I'm so humble. Oh, I'm so simple. Oh, boring. Boring. Don't be humble. You're on TV.
Being
want
humble is so
queens.
stupid.
It's dumb. She talks about some trauma. But she's all in on him. She's all in on him, basically.
Yeah.
Maria, Amelia, and Mauricio, she gives him advice and says, "You were goofing around yesterday. I couldn't tell if you were taking this seriously. So buck up, buddy. Show me you're serious."
Yeah.
How would you
It's
show
an interview now?
How would
better
you
be wearing a
show
suit.
someone that you were serious, Ben? Behind a wall.
I'd start talking like Batman.
Yeah,
Wow.
really. No.
No. Gotham is mine.
Yeah, you can tell that I'm not joking around anymore because I'm doing a Batman voice. Do you believe me?
And then Maria would be on the other side going, why so serious?
Because you made me.
Where's Rachel?
Yeah, whatever. She likes to be sensitive. All right, Santiago and Agostina. she's like, hey, you're already married. You're already in with Emily. She told me, and she tells us that Emily told her in the bathroom that Santiago chose her based on a dream. Santiago, you know, says that, tells us, that beautiful dream happened, but Agostino's personality matches better with him. And he tells us that he wants to keep talking to the queen as a test to see if what he has with Emily is real.
Yeah.
That's really nice for both of those ladies.
Yeah. Well, it is. He shouldn't have had that dream without both of the girls. At least that is really rude of him.
Yeah.
I mean, he should be a lucid dreamer and like purposefully include everyone. That would be nicer.
Yeah, why didn't he tell them like, oh, I had a dream about both of you. And
Yes.
I married both of you. Isn't that amazing?
And then I was flying, dude, and I like went into space.
Agostina talks to Emily about how she thinks Santiago is playing both sides, and Emily is like, I'll talk to him tomorrow. It's so funny after watching the show so many times that it's like, whenever you try to tell someone like that the guy is playing both sides, 95% of the time they don't care. They're like,
well, in fact, they're like, oh, this means I've got an edge here.
yeah.
So this is great.
Yeah, he's not playing both sides. He's just leading you on.
That's right.
For fun, but not me. I'm the real one. Marino and Maria Amelia. Marino clarifies that this thing that he does with everyone where he gets closer and he cheers the wall, it's organic. It just happens every time. It's not planned.
It's embarrassing to have done it once, but to have done it with every single woman.
Well, it was organic though. He didn't pre-plan it. He's like, I know everybody's talking shit about me, but
I touched different parts of the wall each time.
I like how she goes, I'm forming my own opinion. And I think it was sweet. I'm ignoring the fact that you did it with every single person, and it's clearly a bit that you're doing. Tom and Florfy. Florfy.
Sounds like a Star Wars character.
Her name's Florfy, right?
Yeah.
Okay. He says his ex broke up with him 2.5 years ago because she was exhausted. Why was she exhausted, Tom? I feel like
he was a sprinter. Yeah.
I feel like he's burying the lead here. Why was she so exhausted? What did you do, Tom? Maybe he bored her to death. This guy is just like, oh, I like living by the sea and adventuring. Oh, the sea. The sea enriches my mind. Boring, right?
He's emo, dude.
He is a little emo.
It's fucking hot. Come on.
He is hot.
He's got the black nails. He's got the chain link necklace. He skateboards, and the sea means a lot to him.
He does skate. Does he have black nails? I missed that.
He does.
Oh my god, he is emo.
He's super emo, dude.
He's super hot. Okay.
He thinks about life and stuff. You know?
She considers herself an adventurer and wants to live by the sea. What are the odds that these two people are on this show?
Get these two on a ship immediately.
It's like they were cast for a reason.
Get them in the water as soon as possible.
Tom and Florencia. She has 4 cats. But here's a problem. He has plants, Ben.
Yeah. You got to euthanize those cats, I think.
Yeah.
It's the only way it's going to work. I'm sorry.
Because, like, what do you do if you're a plant person and you want to be with a cat person?
It's one of the age-old questions that I don't think people have ever really navigated and figured out. And at the end of the day, you just have to come to terms with it being a relationship breaker.
Yeah. Because I'm thinking I'm a plant person and I'm like, my plants sleep in the bed with me. You know?
Yeah.
It's really going to conflict there.
Yeah. I sleep in a pile of dirt with all my plants.
Yeah. So, like, your cats can't be there. So it's me or your cats. Yeah.
Not going to work.
Sorry. After this, Tom tells us that Florencia is his top choice, though. So I guess he's gonna. They're living things. You're gonna kill your plants.
That's fucked up.
That's fucked up. He's probably gonna throw them into the sea.
I don't like that.
No. Santiago and Emily, she tells him that she is sad and doesn't want to be a second option and doesn't like games. And he's like, no. You're not a backup. The queen was my top choice, but now I want a princess.
Oh,
And she's like, okay.
oh, oh,
Mm.
that's so cute.
Yeah, she's into it. Santiago and Augustina, she tells him, she's like, you're bullshit. I'm a queen. You're an idiot. You're basing everything on a dream.
With your head.
Yeah, off with your head.
I am the queen. Where's your tax money, boy?
All those who go against the queen will die. I wish I had that soundbite. Yeah, she's gone. So
She was an angry queen in that scene.
yeah, I'm gonna miss her though.
Oh,
I do like how she says the dream thing is stupid. Like, are you really gonna base this all on a dream? I mean, I guess the whole premise of Love is Blind is ridiculous. So is a dream really that silly?
Love is Blind feels like a dream.
Yeah.
The pods, all of it.
Yeah, definitely. Women's lounge. Emily was like, yeah, I'm not going to talk to her about Santiago anymore. I think she's a little toxic. Yeah, a little cuckoo too.
She keeps ordering people around.
Yeah.
And she's been knighting half the people here.
She brought a guillotine into the women's lounge. It's a little extreme.
She keeps asking where her jewels are. She keeps saying, my jewels.
She wants us all to call her Lilibet. It's very weird.
She has 4 Great Danes that follow her around everywhere. And we had never have any food in our kitchen because she's feeding them all of our food.
Mauricio and Maria Amelia, she asks him what turns him on, and he's like, I'm trying to think of you. Ooh, he's like, he doesn't want to answer the question for some reason. Why? What turns him on?
Yeah, he's got an interesting kink, I bet.
It could be clapping of the hands.
Ooh.
He doesn't want to share it yet.
Ooh.
He's afraid of her being taller than him. Doesn't he know it's short king season?
I know.
I thought we covered this. Maybe this came out before the other one, you know?
They might be the exact same height because when they do meet, she is wearing heels, but she's slightly taller.
That's true. We'll have
It's close though.
We'll have to track this each episode, see what shoes she's wearing, see if we get them barefoot together, you know.
Yes, we'll take it up tape measure on our TVs.
Yes.
How tall they are.
That's very Garrett and Taylor. Garrett and what was Garrett's
Taylor, yeah.
Taylor-esque. There's so many was it Taylor? There's so many Taylors.
There's a lot of Taylors.
That's why I'm questioning it. I'm like, there's so many fucking Taylors.
There's a lot of Taylors.
Is that like the most common millennial name, Taylor, for women?
Maybe.
It might be. I know a lot of Taylors.
I know Taylors too.
Yeah. Wow.
Also, I know Tim the Toolman Taylor.
You do? You know him?
I know him.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah, they just talk about their connection and shit, whatever. Okay, Santiago and Emily, his dad had surgery the day that he left for the show. Pretty dramatic.
Wow.
I'm sure he's
and
fine.
He's still left, huh?
Wow.
Great kid.
What a piece of shit.
What a piece of shit.
It was like in and out surgery. It was like leaving them 5 minutes later.
It was what's the eye surgery that they do?
It was LASIK.
LASIK, yeah. Piece of shit.
Piece of shit.
You left dad just laying there blind to go on a show called Love is Blind. That's insensitive.
It was hair plugs. Emily says, I have to tell you something. When we celebrate a birthday in my family, we sing a lot of songs, and one disses the River Plate. River Plate. Oh, the plates will sink. The plates will sink. They fucking stink, and the plates will sink.
The only plates floating down this river are broken plates. Broken plates.
Plates.
We break those plates and we throw them in the river. They're broken plates. Broken plates.
Plates. Yeah, all soccer songs have to be sung in a British accent. That's the kind of game it is.
That's true.
Yeah, but he still feels sure about her, even though I don't think he's a real fan.
He's not. He's totally a Fairweather fan.
Yeah, he's a fraud. Marino and Maria Amelia, they both take off their shoes and they start talking about their sensual connection. I think we know. I think we know what's going on here if they have to take off their shoes.
I don't think I can ever get, feet horny.
I think they're getting feet horny.
They're getting feet horny for sure.
Yeah, that is very transparent here. Emily and Santiago, this really there's a little bit here that stood out to me.
Have you thought about what you'd want me to wear for our wedding?
I'd like you to wear a navy blue suit with a little yellow flower hanging on the,
No fucking way. Do you want me in a Boca Juniors uniform?
She denies it, but I think she wants him to wear a Boca Juniors uniform.
That's crazy.
This is a setup.
I got to look up what Boca Junior uniform looks like.
It looks like a tux with a little yellow flower.
Oh my god!
It's basically a
She's
wedding.
totally making him wear a Boca Junior uniform.
Yeah, she knows what she's doing. Yeah, and a pig head she's gonna have him wear. She's gonna be the mascot.
And on the shirt it says "I'm with stupid," and it's an arrow pointing up towards his face. Yeah.
And then she's gonna on the back put a broken plate. Crazy. And all the plates at the wedding are going to be broken. People are going to have to eat off broken plates.
Right.
Yeah.
That's like a tradition at weddings, right? You break a plate or something.
Yeah, well, especially if you're fucking over the river plates, and they're going to be next to a dried up river. It's going to be very intentional, the whole thing. Yeah. Men's lounge. Marino tells everyone he had a steamy moment with Maria Amelia, and everyone's like, "Okay, I'm not into feet. I can move on now."
Steamy feet.
Yes. And he tiffs with Maria a little bit. Emily and Santiago. He proposes, and she says yes. He exits the pods and he does a little heel click, and then he does a Tebow type thing. Maybe he's a Tebow fan too. Do you see he like kind of kneels?
Did he? Yeah. Did he do the?
Yeah, but he points up to the sky when he does it though.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a Tebow move all the way.
Yeah, it's very Tebow. This stood out to me though.
I'm getting married. Fuck it. I'm getting married.
Fuck it. I'll get married.
Oh, fuck it.
I had a dream. Fuck it. The dream told me, so I'll get married. I don't really want to. She's a Boca Junior fan, but fuck it. I'm on TV. Whatever. It's about time. I'm old enough. Tom tells Florencia that she's his top choice. She says the same. She says she can be jealous. But then he talks to Florphy, and she says she's not a jealous person. So then he's like, well, we're on the same page. Yeah. Uh-oh. I don't like people that say that like they don't get jealous. It is kind of a red flag for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I dated someone once who had like no concept of like jealousy whatsoever, which I think it can be a very good thing. But then it was also like there was kind of like I felt almost a lack of respect of boundaries a little bit.
Yeah.
Because she didn't understand like necessarily what could upset someone. Do you know what I mean?
Sure. Yeah.
Sometimes it's like it's healthy to not be jealous, but then there are things that can make someone upset in a relationship. Like there's kind of a boundary, you know?
You can be too jealous, that's for sure. But you can't, but like it in a very unhealthy way.
Yeah.
But you gotta, being jealous is somewhat normal, I think.
Well, it's natural, and it's bad to be like possessive, but then there's also like if you have no concept of what it's like to feel jealous whatsoever, you are so free. And then you need to be with someone that like also is just like, yeah, do whatever you want, like nothing affects me. You know what? You know what? Like it's like nobody wants to be jealous, but yeah, it's like Actually, I don't think Florfie's like that, but yeah.
No, I don't get that from her either.
But just when I hear that, I'm like, you don't get jealous at all? Come on, let's be real here.
Yeah. Maybe you get a little jealous.
Somebody gets promoted over you, you're not jealous? You just go, you're happy for them? No, come on.
Come on.
You know you're jealous. Anyway, Florencia tells Florfie that she's Tom's top choice, and Florfie tells us that she doesn't care who Tom's top choice is. Her connection with him is all that matters. Red flag. Why aren't you jealous? Why aren't you a human being? What is
jealous?
I don't believe her. She's a liar.
Wow.
What's happening?
You gonna message her this?
I am. I'm gonna send her this clip.
Okay.
I don't trust her. All right, going into episode 2, we get the Santiago and Emily reveal. She says it was like her first kiss all over again.
Wow.
I guess her first kiss was not awkward.
I guess not.
It was magical.
Must have been steamy.
Steamy. She says she's like a doll, like a princess. Do you think he likes blow-up dolls then? That's what I
guess.
Yeah.
It must be what he's into.
I'm excited for his apartment tour. This was interesting. They both get rings and say, "Will you marry me?" So, did you notice this?
Oh, that's interesting. So is that like a cultural thing, or was it just their choice, maybe?
I looked it up according to jewelrythis.com. They actually had a whole list of things from different cultures. In Argentina, sometimes, but traditionally, both the bride and groom wear a silver engagement ring until they get married, and then switch that ring for a gold band on their wedding day.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
But the second couple that we saw get engaged, I was paying a little more attention, and they did both get rings, but I think it was
silver.
Maori, it was a diamond. He did give her a diamond engagement ring.
Okay.
So clearly there's something, but they do both get rings.
But a silver band for the diamond?
I do believe it was silver, yes.
Okay, yeah.
But traditionally, it doesn't seem like there's even a diamond. But then it was very interesting reading down this website to see like how, in all these different countries, like it's not just a diamond ring, or like it's like a smaller diamond, or different things like that.
Yeah.
So something to pay attention to. It was funny. Maria and I realized that when I proposed to her, I forgot to put the ring on her finger, and she just did it herself.
Yeah.
And then I was like, it's really fun. I mean, like, it's not a big deal or anything.
Were you like, take it off? Take it off.
No, we didn't realize till like days later. And then
you said take it off.
No, and then I did. I was like, I have to have the experience of doing it. And then I was like,
did you get back down on one knee again?
Yeah, I didn't know. I was just like, it's really funny because it's my job to watch proposals, and I forgot. I forgot part of it.
Well, it's totally different. There's not a wall between you guys, and
yeah.
You were out of your element. So
also, this is the part that I kind of pay the least attention to because it's so repetitive and boring. It's kind of like all the
true.
same.
Except my eyes sort of glaze over during the proposals. The
Yeah.
written prepared statements. So tough to get through sometimes.
I do like this thing. You know, I kind of feel like I'm like I kind of feel left out that Maria has a ring and I don't right now. It's like I want people to know
Go
that
get
I'm
a
engaged
ring.
just by looking at me. You
Go
know,
get one.
I want a rock. I want Maria to buy me a huge rock.
Diamond.
Yeah, very expensive.
Well,
You know,
go shopping.
she didn't want a huge
Get
rock.
your ass to the Glendale Galleria, my friend.
I want her to have to open up multiple credit cards and make us go broke, you know? That's what I want.
Yeah,
I want us
baby.
to go to Tiffany's, you know? That's what I want.
You're a king. You're not a prince.
Yeah, that's what I want, baby. I do kind of like this thing that they have going on. I like how they trade in the silver for the gold.
That
That's
is
fun.
cute. That's
It's
cute.
cute.
I like
Yeah. I like how they end up beefing at soccer at the end of this, you know?
it. Yeah.
That's what I would be like. I'd be like, by the way, Boston sucks. 27
Fuck Boca.
rings.
Fuck
Yeah.
Boca.
David Ortiz on steroids. I would take a paper plate and break it over her head if I was a River Plate fan. We get Ezekiel and Julieta. He's 32 and she's 23. I feel like we saw in an earlier scene when we first met her that she thinks age ain't nothing but a number.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. You did say that.
Yes. What is the dating rule? It's half your age
Half your age plus 7?
plus your shoe size divided by 2.
Yeah, something like that.
No, plus 7. So he's 32. Half his age would be 16 plus 7, 23.
23.
Is that
How
right?
old is she again? Yeah. How old is she?
She's 23. So it's just
Barely.
just okay.
Barely
I don't
made it.
know. I don't know at 32, 23, a 23-year-old right out of college. I'm not feeling that.
Maybe it's an extra mature 23-year-old.
I would say it's a little different when you're on Love is Blind. You're a little desperate.
Sure.
And it's all personality.
And the
based.
pods are so crazy.
Yeah.
You know?
I think it's just different though when you're like hanging out with a bunch of 23-year-olds and you're like
Yeah, it is different. It is
That's
different.
just it's like the friend groups that are very different, you know? If you're
I'd like to think that I could hang out with a lot of 23-year-olds. I just it's not a I don't know.
And I don't want to bring them down. I want them to like go like I was staying out till like 5 in the morning. I was going crazy partying all the time. Like I want them to go wild and I don't want to like
you don't want to get in their way.
No, and I don't want them to marry me.
You don't want to go you don't want to go anybody want to go for oatmeal at Denny's?
Yeah. No, I want them to go wild.
8:00. We gotta get home and sleep.
It's like, don't marry me. Go have a one-night stand. What are you doing? Go wake up in someone's bed the next day. You know, don't wake up in my bed.
There are significant differences between people in their 30s and their 20s. And one of the biggest, in my opinion, since I've been in my 30s, is my love for naps. I just love them.
Oh, I've been napping since high school. We have.
I'm just obsessed. No, but it's more than that now. Now it's like I gotta.
Oh,
like I need it.
You see, we had double lunch senior year of high school, and my friends would be like, "Do you want to get lunch?" And I'd be like, "No, it's double nap time for me."
So what? Would you go home and nap?
Yeah, I would drive home, I'd nap, and then I go back to school.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, I've been napping. I've been hardcore napping my whole life. Yeah.
Wow, you're a real napster.
Yeah. Sean Parker named Napster after me.
Yeah.
Secret.
I know, in my 20s, I never felt like I had the time.
There's always time.
I was always busy.
Always time.
My 30s, I make time for it.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, that's true.
So Ezekiel and Julieta, he owns an appliance repair company. She repairs phones. Oh my god. It is like a
vendor's dream.
Yes, but it's also like a what's her name? Nora Ephron movie in a way.
How so?
just how synchronous it is. Oh, but I guess he would have to be at like AT&T, right? And she would have to be at like a homemade
A
cell
home,
phone
like
company.
someone who makes their own phones,
Yeah, who's
or like
making
they
their
have
own
the
network.
they have like the tin can with the string.
Yeah, they're yeah. But that's what it kind of sounds like. He's at a company and she does it herself. She repairs phones herself.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow. They're going to form a great business relationship here.
Yeah, I can't wait. But she feels a little unsafe, she says, when she learns that he hasn't been that he has been single for 10 years. Uh-oh.
Do you think it's because he goes to the movies every single day? It's got to be hard to find a date when you're doing that.
Is this a Nora Ephron reference?
No, he literally said this in this date.
Oh my God.
He said, "Girl, I go to the movies every single day."
Wow.
That's literally what he said.
And she makes her own movies. That's why it's and they met on a reality show. Oh my God, it's a Nora Ephron movie.
That's right. She likes to tape different episodes of things and then dub her voice over them. Just for fun, a joke. Yeah.
Okay, I have a question. This is
shoot.
tangentially related. Okay, so I'm watching Vanderpump Rules, and one of the characters is like, or one of the people, I guess they're a real person, is like, I want to open a little
characters in our minds.
Yeah, like I want to open a little fancy sandwich shop. You know, like in a Nancy Meyers movie, you know, like they have
or a Nora Ephron movie.
Well, it sounds more like a Nora Ephron movie to me. They're like, you know, because in a Nancy Meyers movie, you know, they have like their fancy little sandwich shop that they go to work at during the day. Sure, and I'm like, in what Nancy Meyers? I feel like in Nancy Meyers movies, they just have really nice houses. But in what Nancy Meyers movie do they have?
Nancy Meyers movies are all about parental and child relationships, I feel like.
Well, sometimes, but like The Holiday isn't like that.
Not so much, no.
Or the one
I think of Father of the Bride Part 2.
Yeah, or what's
this new one that just came out with Michael Keaton was like that.
Yeah, but you don't think about them having like cute little stores. That's very Nora Ephron, right? I was making sure I'm not crazy.
That's more Nora Ephron, yeah.
I think Katie Maloney is misled, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Get
She's
real.
Mixing them up. Look, a lot of people mix them up.
Well, they shouldn't.
Those are the people that don't go to those are the people that don't go to the movies every single day. Like people.
Yeah. Nora Ephron is superior too. She's a genius.
Ooh.
You don't think so? I mean, When Harry Met Sally is one of the greatest movies ever made.
No, Nancy Meyers might be better.
Really? You really think so?
I love Nancy Meyers. I do.
Really? The Holiday?
Yeah, I like The Holiday.
The Holiday is fine, but
it's not my favorite of hers.
When Harry Met Sally is like
Harry Met Sally is really honestly.
I mean, you make that. I mean, that's just like a perfect. It's incredible.
I would say When Harry Met Sally is the best of all the movies between both of them. Having said that, the body of work as a whole.
Oh, the oeuvre. Yes.
I would say Nancy Meyers might have her beat.
You might like that better. Yeah.
Yeah. What was that one with Jack Nicholson? As Good as It Gets?
Yeah.
That one was great.
Yeah, that one's good.
Nancy Meyers.
I mean, I do like Nancy Meyers. I think there's something more to Nora Ephron. There's more to Nora Ephron's movies. I feel like it's more substantial.
I didn't care for Sleepless in Seattle as much. It was fine.
No, that I agree. Yeah. I love my camera zoomed when I said that. I like knew. Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, I agree. Camera zooms in. Yeah. My mom was always like, "You don't get it. Women, we love Sleepless in Seattle. It's not for you." She was like, that one's not for you. The other ones, they are.
That. Come on.
No. She's like, women, we love that movie. That one, it's not for you. And Sleepless in Seattle. I
always thought that meeting at the Empire State Building thing on New Year's was so corny.
Well, that's what I felt. I was like, wait, that's it?
Yeah.
That's it? This whole movie was corny. Just, that's how it ends?
Yeah.
That should have been the middle of the movie.
Yeah.
That's the end of the movie? That's it?
I didn't like that.
But I like You Got Mail, and I like
You Got Mail's great.
Yeah, it's
and
great.
When Harry Met Sally is great.
Yeah.
Sleepless in Seattle, I think, just a bit overrated.
Yeah.
Minus the I'll have what she. No, that was When Harry Met Sally.
Harry Met Sally. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's really nothing iconic about Sleepless in Seattle.
Yeah.
I stand by that.
Once again, you can't just bank on Tom Hanks being like, "Oh, Tom Hanks, overrated."
And yet you like Nora Ephron more, and he's in more of hers.
Well, that's when he's really acting. Sometimes, he's not just being like, "Oh my God, in Seattle."
It's younger Tom Hanks.
Younger.
He didn't slip into the comfortability of like these dad sort of fantasy roles.
Pre I'm a captain. Pre Sully.
Yes.
But we're in post Sully.
Stuff that dads love. Yeah.
Yes.
Anyways,
let's get to Julieta and Jose Luis. He accidentally calls himself 28 instead of 30 at first.
Yeah, that's
If he said he was 29 instead of 30,
then I would have been like, I get it.
But 28 instead of 30?
He's fibbing a little.
Yeah,
I think he's 34. That's what I think.
Smell some bullshit here.
He might be 38. He does have that comb over that's trying to hide his receding hairline.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, he could be like 40. We don't know what's happening here. Yeah.
He might be.
He is a San Lorenzo fan, and she is a Boca Juniors fan. So, we could have more drama here, but they seem a little chiller about it.
What's San Lorenzo's mascot? Is it fucking forks in a lake or something? Spoons? Lake spoons?
Well, the San Lorenzo High School mascot is the Grizzlies, just so you know. But that's not what we're looking for. San Lorenzo, Argentina mascot. The crow. The crow?
Oh. Ew.
Yeah, it's a crow.
Oh.
At least this was like a very distinct, easy to find mascot.
That's true. Yeah.
The other ones were very confusing. Yeah. Anyway, she's a little sketched out by him at this point. She thinks he might be too much of a sweet talker. He's not a very smooth talker, though, because he's
not. I don't understand why everyone thinks he's like that.
Yeah.
Because everyone has that sentiment.
Yeah.
I don't see it. I don't see it personally.
No. We get Tom and Florphy. She just tells him that he's her top choice, and he's speechless. He's speechless. He loves this. And now he's like, he tells the guys he has mixed feelings now because he was all in on for Laurencia, but now that Florphy, threw her stake in things are kind of changed,
Yeah.
I thought that she didn't care about top choices, though. She said that.
Well, that's what she said.
She said she didn't care about jealousy. She said she didn't care about these things. She just cared about connection. So what is it?
Does she care about the truth? Because I think she's a liar.
I think she's a liar. I wouldn't trust her about her age or about her favorite football team.
No way.
Yeah. So Florphy talks to Florencia about Tom, and she's like, "We vibe, and I really want to marry him. What can I say?" And Florphy just says, "What's meant to happen will happen." And I like Florencia's response here. She says, "I wish I could say the same to you, but I can't." Yeah. Finally, a realist here. I'm not leaving this up to fate. I want to marry this guy. What's meant to happen will happen. Ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
What would you do? Leave it up to fate? Or say, I don't want to leave it up to fate. Would you be nice? Or would you keep it real?
I leave everything up to fate.
Oh, like the wheel on Battle Camp.
Battle Camp.
That's really beautiful.
I carry around a quarter and I just
Is that a movie?
I do it in the car for whether I turn right or left.
Yeah. Is that a movie? Isn't that a movie?
Whoa, unprofessional.
Whoa.
I'd say while my dog is barking.
Yeah. We'll have the editors take that out.
You're probably thinking of Yes Man, right?
Yeah, I'm thinking of Yes Man. I think there was a French movie where they would like play games. No, maybe they were doing like a dare type thing.
Could be.
Could be. Who knows? Maria Amelia talks about how Marino and Mari are in her top, but they keep switching places. And she also talks about how she told Mari that she would be asking the women about him yesterday. She's gonna poll them about what he's really like, which is funny because she said that she wouldn't be asking them. She would be trusting her own instinct and opinion.
Yeah. She's second guessing herself.
Everybody's a liar on this show.
They're all liars. Argentina is filled with liars.
That's what it's most famous for.
The whole country. This is what we're going to remember about this show.
And it does make for good TV, so I hope so.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mario says he was disappointed yesterday when Amelia said that he would ask around, and she apologizes, and then they trauma dump. So we're not gonna talk about it. I think this was like the production day when they were like, so now you're gonna all talk about the saddest shit in your life.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
They do a week on Dancing with the Stars called like My Hardest Year or something. I think this is like, that day.
Well,
for
if
them.
you're a River Plates fan, every day is the saddest day of your life. Oh, soccer.
Florencia and Jose Luis bond. They trauma bond. We get to the men's lounge, and Jose talks in front of Tom about how he has such a great connection with Florencia. We get this little soundbite.
For Tom, I think Florfy is a much better match because Florencia's mine.
Whoa.
Ooh.
Damn.
The dubber took a beat there.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really good acting.
Of True Blood. When Bill is like, Suki is mine. You know? You ever watch True Blood?
Pause for effect. Yeah.
Great show. Yeah. Every season.
Old, but yeah.
It's old?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, but it's so fresh. Ezekiel and Julieta, he says he doesn't care what his family thinks of his partner because he doesn't like them. So he's just like, I hope you won't dislike them too much. I think that's pretty fair.
Fair.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Then they kind of trauma bond a bit. And then he tells her that she is cold when she talks and doesn't experience her feelings, but she doesn't seem too offended by this. She kind of likes that he's up front.
She expresses her feelings through her clapping.
Yes. Ben, whoa, coming in hard here. Okay.
I could do a soft one for you.
Whoa, that was intense. I need to yell. Such anger. Aw, I love you too. Oh, sweetie. Sweetie. Jose Luis and Julieta, he says he wants her to feel safe and comfortable. He tells her he's been emotional and he's never had an emotional connection before. And she says this is sweet, but she needs to be sure that he just has an emotional connection with her. Possessive much?
Jealous?
Wow. Be more like Florfy, okay? She's above us all. She's really not like other people.
A true goddess.
Yes.
A goddess amongst queens.
I think with Marino and Maria, he got a little too honest.
Yeah, he did.
In this next scene, if he wanted to last.
He should have lied like the rest of the Argentinians.
Yeah, everybody else is lying. Why would you tell the truth?
What is he doing?
You could probably say I'm a bit of a dog.
Die! Die! Get the fuck over here! Die! You dirty, dirty dog.
You don't say you're a dog. You don't admit.
You
that
never
you're a dog.
did it. You just do it.
Just say you're a river plate
You
or
just
a
wag that tail and pant. Okay.
yeah. Just say you're a Boca Junior. Don't say you're a dog. Like, what are you doing, dude?
So you're a pig?
Yeah, say you're a pig. It's better than a dog.
That's true. I'm a Boca piggy.
I'm a Boca piggy. Marino, he says he cheated on the mother of his child, and he admits to being a ladies' man and keeping a strong rotation.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but when he falls in love, everything changes.
That's the
Yep.
he's looking for someone who can fix him.
Yeah, just fix
Come
him.
on.
Yeah, she drops him pretty hard.
Yeah.
She drops him like a river plate, you know?
Wow.
Wow. Maria and Mari, they talk about monotony and getting bored easily. So then they start talking about personal finances to spice things up, because that is yeah. Wow.
Heating up.
Yeah, they take their shoes off and they talk about finances.
Wow.
Yep. Tom and Florfy, they he talks about how on one of their dates he wrote down "Don't get your hopes up" to himself, and she's like, "Well, maybe you should get your hopes up." You know, they stop. I think they're heading towards being together,
I think
right?
they are. Yeah. He likes her chill vibes.
Yes.
She doesn't care about anything.
She wants to
doesn't give a
live.
shit.
She wants to live by the sea, and she won't get jealous
He could
if
make
he.
out with a girl in front of her, and she
Yeah.
wouldn't care.
A cool skater girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Avril Lavigne.
Yeah. Who
Right.
also likes Taking Back Sunday and stuff. All that
Yeah.
cool
I
stuff.
like
Yeah.
bullshit.
Tom and Florencia. He says he likes super fast stuff and the adrenaline. And he's like, I told you I skate, right? And she's like, different person. He's like, maybe I just told you really fast and you couldn't hear because I was going so fast. I was doing ollie over here. You couldn't hear it.
Want to see how fast I can say my ABCs?
Do you want to listen to me skate over here? That'd be cool, right? Mallory and Maria Amelia. She proposes. I don't think we've seen a woman propose in a while. That was
love
pretty
it.
sick.
Not since our sweet Gigi.
Yeah, but that
She's
was
in
better
the
because she
GFL.
interrupted his proposal and took over. She girl bossed it.
That's true.
That's what we need to see.
She turned from a princess to a queen that day.
Yes, and I really like Mari's celebration here.
Grandpa Maori! Grandpa Maori! Let's do a victory lap! Grandpa Maori!
Let's do a victory lap.
Grandpa Maori!
Grandpa's getting married.
When are we going to get Golden Love is Blind?
I want it.
I know.
It'd be very cute, I think.
Yeah, I want some lecherous old men though. I want some horn dogs. I want some dirty dogs.
Oh yeah.
That's the thing though, Ben. They pretend to be cute, but they're not. Like the Golden Bachelor pretended to be this cute old man, and then all this stuff came out about him being like an asshole. So
they'll do it for Love is Blind Scottsdale, right?
Yeah. Love is Blind the Villages.
Yeah. What's a Florida area where all the old people retire?
The Villages.
The Villages? Okay.
That's the big retirement community where they all live and have like golf carts.
They have golf carts.
Yeah.
Golf carts boomers are getting into golf carts now too. It's like it's a thing.
Yeah.
They love golf carts. Getting into accidents everywhere. It's crazy.
I know. Tom and Florfy, she asks him to be open about his other connection, and he says he was initially really into Florencia, but now that Florfy opened up to him, he's torn. That's a really nice thing to say.
Yeah.
Just, you know, I'm really torn between you and somebody else, and I don't know how to decide because you're great, but you're not like overwhelmingly great that I can decide between you and somebody else.
I think that's his way of deciding,
Yeah.
saying it to her face like that. Yeah.
It's like choosing between Street and Vert. You know,
So
I love
true.
the Street, but I love, going
I
on
love a good bowl.
Yeah, I love a good
Love a
bowl.
good
Love
bowl.
going to the skate park. So it's really hard for me. Some people can decide. I can't. Tom and Florencia, she tells him that she's in love. Wow, she's really going in for it. This is her Hail Mary.
Yeah, this is her Hail Mary.
And he says, I don't know how to respond to that.
He does not think she's sincere. And I don't really think so either.
Yeah. I mean, he even calls her. He says, "Well, you've opened up to somebody else, and I haven't seen that sensitive side of you." And then she goes, "Well, I want to marry you, okay?" And he's like, cool.
I have a feeling she's gonna get together with Jose.
I hope so.
Just because she is determined to move on to the next round.
Yeah. Well, I
She's
hope
very
so.
determined.
I think we could have a lot of fun drama at the
Big time.
post pod.
Florencia is too good of a character to not keep having her on the show.
Yeah. Florencia and Jose Luis. Florencia says, "How are you? Are you happy and in love?" He says, "Isn't it a little soon for that?" And she's like, "No," because I just told.
She's like, "What fucking show do you think you're on, dude?"
I just told somebody that, so why aren't you telling me that? He says that he likes that she's an atomic bomb. But I feel that you've made up your mind. And then she says no. They're all liars, Ben.
For all we know, this could all be day one of shooting. Like we never know which day this is that they're actually saying some of this stuff.
I don't think that I processed when I was watching this how every single person is lying so much. It's actually very exciting. We're really setting up an incredible amount of drama.
Oh yeah.
Like every scene, everybody's lying. Maria and Maria Amelia reveal they're very happy. They like each other. He says they are yin and yang. She has light hair and she's not that tall. And I guess he's not like that.
That was big for him, I guess.
Yeah.
Clearly.
She tells us that he exceeded her every expectation. I guess because he was taller than she thought.
Yeah. That's what it is.
Height stuff is such a big deal.
It's so important. To Daniel too on Minnesota. It was like he wouldn't shut up about it.
Yeah. And he was so charming, and they're very happy. Ezekiel and Julieta, he asks her a make or break question, and she doesn't have tattoos, so all is well. We're good. Thank goodness. I don't see why this is a big deal. If she has tattoos, she can just get them lasered off for him. You know, it's not that big of a deal. She could change herself for him.
She better not put a clapping tattoo on her hands. She better not.
If she has tattoos that can't be removed and they're on her arm, she can get it amputated. I don't get what the problem is.
I don't get it.
Yeah.
What if at one point she was bald and had a tattoo on the top of her head, but then the hair grew out so you can't see it? Does that still count as if you can't see it at all, if it's not visible?
I think for some people, just knowing might be like a major turnoff.
Yeah.
Just knowing that she desecrated her body with that ink, Wow. Yeah. I got a soundbite of Julieta clapping. Do you want to hear it? I think she's really good. Yeah. That's her.
She takes over a room. She really does.
I feel like he didn't react enough to how good her clapping was.
No, it's really good.
Yeah. All with her butt. I mean, it's just really amazing. Amazing stuff. Incredible. Wow.
Amazing.
Let's go to the men's lounge. Tom tells Jose that Florencia said she loved him, and Jose says that he clarified things for him, and now he's more in on Julieta. He doesn't like that Florencia is being deceitful and strategic.
Well, welcome to Argentina, pal.
Yeah.
Do you know where you live?
Yeah.
In the land of deceit. The land of
you're
lies.
all, at least everybody in this part of Argentina is very deceitful. All Boca Juniors fans are deceitful. And you River Platers, you're just pathetic.
At least
losers.
At least River Platers know that their plates are broken.
Yeah. And San Lorenzo
Unlike
fans.
You Boca Juniors. You all think you're a bunch of Boca seniors.
San Lorenzo fans? I don't even think about you at all.
No.
Nobody thinks about you.
They're too pathetic of a franchise. Yeah. We know so much about Argentinian football.
Through some discussion, Julieta gets the vibes that Jose thinks too highly of himself. This is just a comedy of errors going on right here.
Great.
These people
they need to get on the same page.
They just communicated. Julieta and Jose. Julieta says, I heard that you have a connection with some other girls, and that's a bummer. I just think I'm not right for you. And he's like, I really like you. I wanted to break down this wall days ago, and these other girls are fine, but I like you. And she's like, I don't know. I just have doubts. And he goes, tomorrow I will give you a definitive answer.
Oh, great.
After I talk to all the other girls that you're worried about, I can give you a definitive answer. Not playing it well.
Should have been madly in love after the clapping.
I know. What else did you need?
Picky.
So she says, I'm not going to be here tomorrow. Do you think she will have another conversation with him?
I think so.
Back in the day on Love is Blind, I think she would have. Now we keep seeing people not show up. So, but I think she will, though.
I think she will.
Yeah. Tom and Florencia. She says, I'm in love with you, so be gentle with my heart. Aww. He says, I heard from someone that you talked about their mom as your future mother-in-law. And she's like, yeah, that's like casual conversation. Why are you reading into this so intensely? I still want to marry you. I just want his mom to be my mother-in-law.
Yeah, what's the big deal with that?
Yeah, why are you
making... say I wanted to be married to him. I just said I wanted his mom to be my mother-in-law. Idiot.
You're the one that likes to go fast and likes adrenaline. Why can't I do it too? Okay.
I have 8 mother-in-laws currently. I'm going for 14.
So. Tom and Florpy, he says, you make me feel like everything is all right and we are spiritually aligned.
Wow.
She says,
it'd be cool if when they both met, they both just were covered head to toe in black.
Yes.
They had their black nails. They were all goth. You know?
That'd be sick.
It'd be so sick.
Yes. Yeah, she changes for him. It's like the end of Grease, but she turns goth. That would be really cool.
And they both skate down the aisle to each other.
Ooh, yes. She says we would have a dynamic and exciting life together. I doubt that. They don't seem very exciting.
But he skates.
That's true. He likes adrenaline. They say they connect. Let's get to the women's lounge. Florpy says she's keeping stuff between her and Tom. Florencia starts getting worried that she's going to lose Tom. Now you're getting worried? At this point?
It's too late, honey. It's
too late.
Too late, boo-boo.
Yeah, because Tom ends things with her. And she says, what happened? And cries. And he says, why are you crying? What do you mean, why is she crying? You just ended things with her. So she explains. And he says, thank you.
See, this is exactly why he's with Florpy. Because Florpy wouldn't have cried. She wouldn't have cared.
Yeah, she doesn't care about anything.
She's got chill vibes, dude.
She's chill. She
but
knows
Florencia, she's like, oh, why don't you love me? Not chill.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. She understands love and emotion.
She's jealous and shit.
Yeah.
Not good.
Florpy gets the skater love style.
Honestly, broken plate vibes, if you ask me.
So Tom proposes to Florphy. She says yes, but Florencia is not done.
Time to be a bad bitch.
Whoa,
time to be a
what
bad
is she
B
gonna
word.
do?
I don't know. I don't
Dude,
know.
do they have security there?
Yeah, I know. I've heard that she can be strategic and deceitful, so they should watch out.
Is she gonna be violent?
I don't know. She
This
can
is
be
not
strategic
good,
and
dude.
deceitful.
This is not good.
I do not trust Boca Junior fans.
I don't either.
Yeah.
I'm
Woof.
scared. I'm scared.
Yeah. I am very, very scared. Well, these were good first couple of episodes. I'm excited to continue on here.
Yeah.
The next few weeks, recapping Love is Blind Argentina. Yes.
Love liars.
I love liars too.
They're fun.
That is not a lie. We are
They make the world spicy.
They
you know?
do.
If everybody was an honest Abe, can you imagine how boring it would be?
It'd be terrible.
I'd hate it.
So yeah, we're gonna be recapping this each week coming up on the Patreon and on the main feed. We still have some more interviews coming up. We're gonna be interviewing Trey tomorrow.
Squid Game and Battle Camp.
Squid Game and Battle Camp. And then we should be interviewing Shuby next week.
Woo!
Our good friend Shubes. And then maybe some more interviews. We've been talking to people. We don't know if they come to fruition, but maybe some more interviews from Battle Camp. So that's exciting.
Yeah.
And then coming up later this month, Sneaky Links is coming up. The Chloe show. New show, Sneaky Links.
We'll see. Maybe it'll suck. Maybe it'll be great. We don't know.
But Chloe from Too Hot to Handle is hosting it.
That's pretty fun.
Yeah.
Chloe's fun.
Yeah, Chloe's fun. Sneaky Links are fun.
It's a lot of fun.
It sounds like it would be like the spiritual successor to Peaky Blinders. Peaky Blinders, you got your Sneaky Links.
Cillian Murphy is in that one too.
Yeah, definitely. Well, Ben, anything else today?
No.
Okay. Well, go. What team are you picking?
Oh my god. I guess I gotta go Boca.
Yeah, go Boca.
I couldn't imagine being a plate.
No, it's just pathetic. Go Boca Juniors. Okay. Bye. It's the place you go when you finish your show. We're your two best friends. Our names are Max and Ben. We're self-proclaimed television experts. It's Reality Alert.
Grandpa's getting married.